Hey Maths Legends, today we're going to look at divisions by decimals, and we're going to be doing this by making them easier by changing the divisors that have decimals in them into whole numbers.
Alright boys, so what we're going to do today is we're going to have a look at decimals in division. In particular, we're going to look at the divisor. Now the divisor is really important because to be able to do this easier, we need to turn the divisor from a decimal into a whole number. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to have a look at our divisor, and I'm going to say to myself, okay, how do I turn this into a whole number? Now, thinking back to other lessons, and if you go back and watch the video for multiplication of decimals using tens, hundreds, and thousands, this will give you a little bit of a heads up on what we have to do here. So we have a look, and I look at it and I say 0.5. If I'm going to change it into a whole number, I'm going to multiply it by 10. Then I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side. I'm going to multiply it by 10. Now, knowing our rules from before, if I go 0.5 and I'm going to multiply 10, I'm going to jump at one spot. So I'm going to rewrite down the bottom here to 5. And I know that I do the same thing here. I'm going to add in a 0. So now I change it to 450 divided by 5. Well, how many times does 5 fit into 450? I can then go about doing my sum. So I go 5 into 4, 0 times. I carry my 4 over to the next number. 5 into 45 goes 9 times. And 5 into 0 goes 0 times. So I'm now done that exactly the same problem. It's exactly the same. I know that 90 0.5s fit into 45. It's the same as having 5 fit into 450. Okay, let's try another one. Have a quick look at the divisor. This one's a tiny bit different because we have a decimal in both the divisor and the number we're dividing into. So I have a look straight away at my divisor and I say I've got to make one jump, two jumps. Now 2 jumps, 2 moves, 2 zeros. So I know I'm going to multiply by 100. Same thing here, multiply by 100. If I rewrite out my sum then, I'm going to make 3. And if I multiply this one by 100, 1 jump, 2 jumps, I know that I'm going to have 690. So I'm going to go 3 into 690. I work it out, I go 3 into 6 goes 2 times, 3 into 9 goes 3 times, 3 into 0 goes 0 times, and I have my answer. The answer is exactly the same at the top here, 230. Try one more, boys. Okay. So once again, we look at the divisor. Remember, our divisor is this number on the outside. I say to myself, okay, what do I have to do to that divisor to make it into a whole number? So I'm going to multiply this one by 10. If I multiply it by 10, it's going to make one jump. It's going to change the decimal place to here. Whatever I do to my divisor, I do to the number I'm dividing into. I'm going to multiply it by 10. I'm going to change it over here. If I rewrite it then, it is 4 into 508. Now I go 4 into 5, I can work this out normally, is 1 with 1 left over. 4 into 10 goes 2 times with 2 left over, and 4 into 28 goes 7 times. I know that I fit into it 127 times. Okay, gents, I've now given you 3 that you can practice. Stop the video here. Go through these, have a go at these, follow through your success criteria that you've put down. We'll come back in a minute and we'll check out the answers. Okay, let's have a quick look. The first one here, I'm going to multiply by 10, multiply by 10. If I multiply both by 10 and I rewrite out my sum, I'm going to have a sum of 2 into 63.2. 2 into 6 goes 3 times, 2 with no leftovers, 2 into 3 goes once with 1 left over, 2 into 12 goes 6. Now I know that if I have a decimal in the number I'm dividing into, I bring it up to my answer directly above. So my answer there is 31.6. Quickly give that a mark, gents. If you have to, you can stop the video again and double check your answers on your next 2. If we go on to the next one now, what do I have to do to make 0.07? I know it is 2 jumps, so it would be times by 100. I times this one by 100 as well, which is 2 jumps. Let's rewrite it out. 7 over 868. And then I work it out. 7 into 8 goes 1 time. 7 into 16 goes 2 times with 2 left over. 7 into 28 goes 4 times. My answer is 124. Same again, mark it, gents. And if you need to stop the video to check your last answer, do so. The last one, we're going to multiply by 10 because it's 1 jump. And then I'm also going to multiply this one by 10, which means 1 jump, add my 0 in. If I rewrite out this sum, I have 4 into 4,080. 4 and a 4 is 1. 4 and a 0 is 0. Now make sure you always put your 0 in, because if you don't put your 0 in, gentlemen, your answer will be incorrect. 4 into 8 goes 2 times, and 4 into 0 goes 0 times. So my answer there is 1,020. Make sure you get your success criteria down, gentlemen, and bring any questions with you to your next lesson. Well done.